So today, we are diving deep into a new frontier for artificial intelligence. And honestly, it's one of the most personal ones yet. We're talking about your voice. And I don't just mean an AI that can listen to you. I mean an AI that can speak as you. Yeah, this is the new battleground for our digital identity, and it's happening, well, right now.
Let's just start with a thought experiment to get our heads around this. Okay, imagine an AI creates a digital glove. It perfectly, and I mean perfectly, replicates your hand, your fingerprints, your gestures, the way you touch things. So who owns that touch? It's a wild, philosophical question that suddenly became very, very real. And it's the exact problem we're now facing with our voices.
You know, for all of human history, your voice has basically been a biological fingerprint. It's been this undeniable, inseparable part of who you are. I mean, it's as unique to you as your DNA. It's how we know our friends on the phone, how we recognize our family, how we trust our leaders. It's just them. And this idea, this concept of a biological fingerprint has always been our anchor to reality. It's the collection of all those little things, your voice, your face, the way you walk, that we always believed could never, ever be detached from us. It was proof that you are you. But what happens when technology can just lift that fingerprint and put it somewhere else, or on someone else?
Now, this isn't just some sci-fi thought experiment. This whole abstract idea just exploded into a massive global headline, and it's all thanks to one of the most famous and recognizable voices on the planet. And this all happened incredibly fast. Early in the year, OpenAI shows off its new AI voice assistant, Sky. Almost immediately, everybody's like, wait a minute, that sounds a lot like Scarlett Johansson. Then she comes out and confirms that. Yeah, they had approached her. She had said no, and she was shocked to hear a voice that she called eerily similar to her own. OpenAI ended up pulling the voice, but it was too late. The fuse was lit.
And this really gets to the heart of the whole fight. See, OpenAI's argument was that it wasn't her voice, it was just a likeness. But where's that line? What's the real difference between a likeness, which is just an imitation, and an identity, which is the genuine article? It's kind of like the difference between a pretty good tribute band and actual identity theft. And that's the massive legal and ethical gray area we're all fighting over now.
So, how is any of this even possible? Well, the technology that's powering this entire debate is moving at a truly breathtaking speed. It's not some far-off future tech, it's accessible, it's incredibly powerful, and it is unbelievably fast.
3 seconds. Get this. That's it. That's all the audio an AI needs to basically capture the soul of your voice. 3 seconds. From a TikTok video, a voicemail you left, anything. And from that tiny, tiny sample, it can build a perfect digital clone of you.
The process itself is just brutally efficient. First, the AI just listens to that short clip. Then it maps what you could call your vocal DNA. It breaks down every single unique thing about how you speak. The frequency, the cadence, the tone, the very soul of your voice. And once it has that map, it can generate completely new speech, saying anything at all in a perfect replica of you. It's not just mimicking you, it's rebuilding you from data.
So, with technology this powerful, this disruptive, you can bet our legal systems are in a frantic race to just catch up. They're trying to figure out the new rules for who owns what in this new digital age.
Right now, the main tool we have is something called the right of publicity. It's been around for a while. It basically says you have the right to control how your identity, your name, your face, is used for commercial purposes. But here's the problem. This law was designed for, photos and celebrity endorsements in an analog world. It was never built to handle an AI that can't just copy your picture, but can steal the very essence of your voice, especially for non-commercial things, like scams or political disinformation.
But because of cases like the Johansson one, we are seeing a really rapid evolution in the law. And a crucial new idea is starting to emerge: the digital twin. The concept that your digital replication, your AI voice, your deepfaked face, deserves the same kinds of protections as your actual physical self.
But this whole thing goes way beyond celebrities and lawsuits. The implications for the rest of us, they're profound. We could be heading into an era where the very idea of trust just becomes a casualty of technology.
There's a new term for this danger: identity liquidization. And think about what that means. Your identity becomes liquid. It can be poured into any container, used by anyone for any purpose. When the things that fundamentally make you, you, can just be copied and pasted, the very idea of a stable, verifiable self starts to dissolve.
And the real-world threats here are genuinely terrifying. Imagine a scammer calling your grandparents in your voice, begging for money. Or a political deepfake putting horrible, inflammatory words into a world leader's mouth right before a critical election. This isn't just about ruining reputations. This is about destroying our shared reality. If any audio, any video can be perfectly faked, what can we possibly believe? How does society even function when proof itself is no longer possible?
Which brings us to our final and honestly, pretty heavy question. When the most unique, personal parts of who you are, your voice, your face, your mannerisms, can be analyzed, broken down into cold, hard data, and then replicated perfectly by a machine, what's left? What part of you is truly and forever uncopyable?